So I want to talk about another ultradian cycle that we have that actually neuroscientists know about this cycle. So ultradian cycles or rhythms are things that are like 80 to 120 minutes, and they oscillate and they have rhythm. Hunger wave is one of them. REM sleep is another. The second wind is another. I've already covered these in other videos, so check them out. And the fourth one I want to talk about is so fascinating because it just shows you how there's such a mismatch between biology and our modern life and interpretation. So the fourth rhythm or cycle is the BRAC cycle, which is the basic rest and activity cycle. So this was actually discovered by the same guy who discovered REM sleep. So the main idea is that your brain cannot sustain peak focus continuously. Instead, it runs on high energy, low energy waves roughly every 90 minutes. So just think about back in the day when we had to be on high alert. There were a lot of things going on. It's not a bad thing that we are hyper-focused, but then our brain just automatically will try to relax. That's probably why daydreaming come into play. Also, the parasympathetic nervous system can then not come on. So if we're always like hyper focused because of our job, because of artificial light, because of artificial our job, what have you, modern life, we always have to be on the go and doing something and being productive, and our brain actually is really good at being highly focused, but because that is super expensive and creates a lot of waste, we then have to have moments of low energy and just like staring out into space and stuff like that. So I thought this was very interesting if we talk about it in modern day life, because especially older adults now are getting diagnosed with ADHD traits. And I think their brain is just so burned out, their nervous system is so burned out and we have trained our body to override our biology for so long that we're just stuck. We're stuck in these cycles that are not good for us. And we just have to break them, but we also have to realize that society, we have to change the conversation and say in society it's okay to not always be productive. It's okay not to be highly focused all the time at work and not have 5-10 minutes of just staring out into nature if you have a window, stuff like that. So if you, like I was saying, with the second wind and REM, a lot of these other rhythms and cycles, small kids they do these automatically. So it's only until they get into school age that we then put them in situations and constrain them and try to change biology, and then we label them as whatever we label them. So back to just the basic activity and rest cycle. So every hour and a half, 2 hours of doing something like working, eating, reading emails, doing something hyper focused that you have to focus on. Just take 10 minutes after that 2 hours just to sit quietly at your desk and daydream, unfocus your eyes, just really do some breathing exercises, whatever you want to do, and just give yourself permission to slow down. And I know that's really hard in this society, but let's all change society and what society thinks of certain things, because this is really important for health and for mental health and for the immune system. Everything is so connected. So the big pattern, modern life replaces rhythms with constants. So we have constant light, constant temperature, constant food availability, constant low grade or high grade stress, constant stimulation, and constant scheduling demands. So rhythms evolved to be dynamic, not constant. A constant signal is interpreted by the body as noise. And this is when the clocks lose synchronization with one another, all the different body clocks that we have. So now I'm going to end that, and it's really interesting. So I know it's a little preachy, but I think we have to be preachy because we gotta realize that we are not living with our biology rhythms, and it's also because society has told us that we have to always be constantly doing something and being productive, and if we're not good citizens, and that is just not the case, because it's in my mind, if you're always burned out, you don't have energy, you're always sick, you're always stressed, you can't be very present in just life and enjoying life and being there for people and just enjoying yourself and other people. So just listen to your biology and take these breaks that our biology is meant to take. And I'll just see you in the next video. Bye for now.